Good afternoon. My name is Seivers and I am running for Dedham School Committee. Today I'm coming to you from the Dedham Middle School. My daughter just completed 3 years here and she had a very full, enriched experience. I feel like I keep using those words. She had a great academic, athletic, and artistic experience as well. When I attended this school, it was a different building and it had a different name. I was a member of the Dedham Junior High School. When we last spoke, I mentioned that I had attended the former Dexter Elementary School. At the time that I was in 5th grade, we heard that several of the elementary schools in town were going to be closing at the end of the year due to budget cuts, and that Dexter was going to be one of those schools that would be closing. The plan was to redistribute and relocate all of the children from the schools that were closing into the 4 remaining elementary schools, with the exception of the 6th grade. The 6th grade was going to be moved to the Dedham Junior High School, still treated as 6th graders, not integrated with the 7th and 8th graders. So we would still just have 1 classroom a day with 1 teacher, and we were brought into a wing of the building, kept away from the 7th and 8th graders, and we were dubbed Central 6, and I was a part of that inaugural Central 6 experience. And I will say it was not my favorite time for a couple reasons. First of all, as a 6th grader entering the junior high, being sequestered away from the rest of the students, we really felt isolated. And we were truly locked away. We were in our hallway, and if I remember correctly, the swinging doors at the end of the hallway were chained and padlocked closed, which I'm sure does not pass fire code. At least it wouldn't now, but we are talking 40 years ago. So there was that. There was a sense of sort of forgottenness and isolation. But secondly, my first day of 6th grade, I stepped off the bus, and before I even walked into school, I was targeted and attacked by a 7th grade bully. I was harassed and terrorized by this girl and her friends for over a week, and it really made my introduction to the school not so pleasant. I was afraid to get a pass to go use the bathroom because I was threatened by this group that if I happened to be there at the same time as them, that I wouldn't make it out alive. And it wasn't pleasant. What I do remember is that at the time, after about a week of this, my mother did call the school to try to see what they were going to do about the fact that I was being terrorized every day. And the school's response was that I needed to toughen up and learn how to fight my own battles. So, I hear a lot of chatter saying, why can't we go back to the way things used to be, the good old days? And I just have to ask, what was so good about the good old days? They might have been good for some people. Maybe they were good for the bullies who didn't have to face any consequences for their actions. But the good old days weren't good for everyone. And the fact that I was terrorized for quite a while as my introduction to this school happened, and that nothing was done to stop it, that's a problem. Because of that, I will always, if I am elected to the Dedham School Committee, I will always advocate that our children, our students, our teachers, our faculty are subjected to a bully-free environment. Whether it's in-person bullying or cyberbullying, nobody should have to be subjected to that. It's something that we have to teach early on, and I will always work to enforce the school's anti-bullying policy. I think it's also something that we as community members need to lead by example. All one has to do these days is go onto social media, and we can get glaring examples of adults bullying other adults. We teach our kids not to be bullies and not to cyberbully, and yet so many of us do it ourselves. So I think we have to start taking a look at our own behaviors and try to be what we want our children to be. So again, I will always fight to make sure that the anti-bullying policy is being followed and enforced. The anti-bullying policy is actually meant for real victims, and it's not supposed to be twisted into something that it isn't because somebody has a hidden agenda. So those are my thoughts. I hope that you will spend some time on this journey with me, getting to know me a little better. If you would like to help out on my campaign, you can email me at dawnfordsc@gmail.com. I do have a Facebook page, Dawn Seivers for Dedham School Committee. I have an Instagram, Dawn for Dedham School Committee, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to talk with anyone who would like to have a conversation, and I humbly ask for your support and your vote on Saturday, April 10th. Thank you.